Once upon a time, in a town far away, there lived a very smart, bright girl named Sita. She was the brightest student in grade 8 in her town. Everyone loved her, and at school they thought she had great potential to do something amazing someday. One day she came home and found out the elders were having a meeting about a possible wedding. It was her wedding! The town mayor came with a proposal of marriage for her to his son. He said, "I want the marriage to take place next week. My son is going to be a doctor soon." There were mixed opinions among the family members about the proposal. Some thought Sita was lucky to get a marriage proposal from a soon-to-be doctor. Some thought if Sita got a chance to study, she herself could be a doctor someday. And some thought Sita has done her share of studying. Too much studying is not good. She is young and should settle down soon. Besides, a marriage proposal like this should not be missed. Sita's father thought, "This is the best marriage proposal for my daughter." Whereas her brother was conversing with his wife, saying, "I think she is too young. She needs school. The law of the country forbids girls getting married before 18 years of age." His wife agreed that Sita should get a chance to study. Sita's grandmother remembered her own experience. She thought, "I was married too young. I suffered a lot. I don't want my grandchild to go through the same pain." Meanwhile, Sita was listening to the conversation, hiding behind the door. She thought, "I don't want to get married right now. I want to finish school. I'm only 15 years old. How can I convince my family?" Each day, many girls living in different parts of the world face the issue of child marriage. Even though they are too young, even though there are rules in the country regarding marriage age, they continue to fall into the trap of child marriage. The next day, the teacher found Sita, sad and sitting under the tree alone during recess. The happy-go-lucky girl who could always be found playing with her friends during recess was sad. Curious, the teacher went to talk to her. "Why are you sad, Sita?" she asked. Sita replied, "Hello, teacher. My family is talking about my marriage, but I want to finish studies. I'm not ready for marriage. I'm too young." The teacher was shocked. She herself was a child bride once, and her groom was also another child, both age 8. She knew child marriage was bad, not just for the bride, but for both the families. At a young age, one would be burdened with too many responsibilities. In spite of taking those responsibilities, the teacher's husband had left her for another woman. She was lucky, though. Her in-laws were supportive and let her continue studying, got her a divorce, and always supported her. Not many people would be that lucky. She said, "Don't worry, I will talk to your grandmother and your father." She quietly thought, "I won't let this marriage happen. I will stop them." The victims of child marriage are mainly the girls that are married at such a tender age. They are not prepared to take responsibility. There are many cases where the groom is much older than the bride. There are also many cases of domestic and sexual violence. Sometimes the bride and groom are both kids, and they don't even know the meaning of marriage when they are wed. In these cases, both bride and groom have to compromise their happiness or their relationship will come to an end. This issue of child marriage is spread in many parts of the world. Predominantly in South Asia, child marriages take place even though there are marriage age laws. Similarly, child marriage is also found in countries in Africa and Latin America, as well as some countries in Asia and the Middle East. The next day, the teacher went to talk to Sita's grandmother and her father. She explained child marriage can lead to the birth of many children, which will deteriorate the health of the kids as well as the mother. There is also an increased risk of miscarriages. There are even higher chances of death of the mother during labor. Also, Sita getting married would end her opportunity for education, which would limit her opportunities throughout life. Sita could one day become a doctor or a teacher who could help the town and honor the family name herself. Instead, getting her married would increase her risk of poverty, and she would not be as good a mother herself due to a lack of education. There would also be many cases of sexual abuse, such as rape and domestic violence, that Sita would have to endure if she was married this young. Child marriages impact not only individuals, but society and generations too. According to Human Rights Watch, every year 14 million girls worldwide are child brides. 1 in 7 girls in the developing world is married before her 15th birthday. In 2010, over 67 million women ages 20 to 24 were married as girls, and if the trend continues, 142 million will be married by 2020.